You're special to Santa Claus. Hi there, I'm Sprinkles, Santa Claus's special elf, because everything is special with sprinkles. Santa Claus knows you're special too, and he has something to say to you. So listen close as Santa Claus shares holiday cheer with you. You can leave a special message for Santa Claus and get on the nice list at www.santaclaussays.net. Now here is the big man himself, Santa Claus!
Ho, 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 ho! Ho, 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 and Merry Christmas! Santa Claus says, be good for goodness sakes. And thank you for joining me today on SantaClausSays.net. This is the show where we come to you every day. Santa Claus comes to you every day during the Christmas season of 2023 with three messages to give to you. A message of Christmas cheer, and Sprinkles helps us with that, of course. And we also bring you a Christmas story. We're reading the story called The Life and the Adventures of Santa Claus by L. Frank Baum. And we bring you a letter to Santa. We want you to know that Santa Claus listens to you and loves you so very, very much. And I want to hear your Christmas wishes and everything that you would like to share with Santa Claus. You just go to SantaClausSays.net and you can leave me either a voice message, a voicemail, or you can leave me a text message. You can put that right on my purple cell phone. I get that. And also you can leave me an email. And if you leave me an email, it's SantaClausSays.net /present. I will send you a present as well. So that's how we can be listening to you about what your Christmas wishes are. And Santa Claus does respond to you. Now, I do want you to know that there's other opportunities as well to go a little bit further. And you can talk to your moms and dads about this. But I can present to you a personalized Christmas video from Santa using your name and with a Christmas video. And also, we can also do a personalized Christmas video visit on a Zoom call. We can do all those things, very personalized, and we can be there for you. We love you, and we want to be helpful to you. There is the Glockenspiel, and we have Sprinkles, who is ringing the chime there of the Glockenspiel to tell us that it's story time. And of course, here at Story Time, as Santa Claus says, we've been reading throughout this Christmas season the book, The Life and Adventures of Santa Claus by L. Frank Baum. He also wrote the book called The Wizard of Oz that many of you are familiar with, and your moms and dads and children of all ages are familiar with it. And maybe particularly the movie Wizard of Oz. And the book about Santa Claus, about me, is similar in many ways. And today we're reading from chapter 6 of this book, and it's called The Humanity. Chapter 6 is Claus Discovers Humanity. We did want you to know that the book that The Life and the Adventures of Santa Claus is brought to us today courtesy of the Gutenberg Project. Today we're reading the second part of chapter 6, so let's get started. It's about childhood. Childhood is the time of a man's greatest content, said Ack, following the youth's thoughts. 'Tis during these years of innocent pleasure that the little ones are most free from care. Tell me, said Claus, why do not all these babies fare alike? Because they are born in both cottage and palace, returned the master. The difference in the wealth of the parents determines the lot of the child. Some are carefully tended and clothed in silks and dainty linen. Others are neglected and covered with rags. Yet all seem equally fair and sweet, said Claus thoughtfully. While there are babes, yes, agreed Ak. Their joy is in being alive, and they do not stop to think. In after years, the doom of mankind overtakes, and they find they must struggle and worry and work and fret to gain the wealth that is so dear to the hearts of men. Such things are unknown in the forest where you are were reared. Claus was silent for a moment. Then he asked, "Why was I reared in the forest among those who were not of my race?" Then Ak, in a gentle voice, told him the story of his babyhood, how he had been abandoned at the forest edge and left a prey to wild beasts, and how the loving nymph Necile had rescued him and brought him to manhood under the protection of the immortals. "Yet I am not of them," said Claus musingly. "You are not of them," returned the woodsman. "The nymph who cared for you as a mother seems now like a sister to you. By and by, when you grow old and gray, she will seem like a daughter. Yet another brief span, and you will be but a memory, while she remains Necile." "Then why, if man must perish, is he born?" demanded the boy. "Everything perishes except the world itself and its keepers," answered Ak. "But while life lasts, everything on earth has its use. The wise seek ways to be helpful to the world, for the helpful ones are sure to live again." Much of this Claus failed to understand fully, but a longing seized him to become helpful to his fellows, and he remained grave and thoughtful while they resumed their journey. They visited many dwellings of men in many parts of the world, watching farmers toil in their fields, warriors dash into cruel fray, and merchants exchange their goods for bits of white and yellow metal. And everywhere the eyes of Claus sought out the children in love and pity. For the thought of his own helpless babyhood was strong within him, and he yearned to give help to the innocent little ones of his race, even as he had been succored by the kindly nymph. Day by day, the master woodsman and his pupil traversed the earth, Ak speaking but seldom to the youth who clung steadfastly to his guide, but guiding him into all places where he might become familiar with the lives of human beings. And at last they returned to the grand old forest of Burzee, where the master set Claus down with the circle of nymphs, among whom the pretty Necile anxiously awaited him. The brow of the great Ak was now calm and peaceful, but the brow of Claus had become lined and deep with thought. Necile sighed at the change of her foster son, who until now had been ever joyous and smiling. And the thought came to her that never again would the life of the boy be the same as before this eventful journey with the master. And so ends chapter 6 of the book, The Life and the Adventures of Santa Claus. When we get together next time, boys and girls from around the world, we'll read chapter 7, which is Claus Leaves the Forest. You don't want to miss that. It'll be very, very exciting. It's starting to get really good, isn't it? It's starting to get really, really good. There's the Glockenspiel. Sprinkles is reminding us that it's now time for our letter to Santa. And I did want to remind you that you can send me a letter. You can send me a message, either by voicemail or by a text or by an email at santaclaussays.net. And that's where you can do that. At santaclaussays.net, you can leave me a voice message or a text or an email. If you leave me an email at santaclaussays.net/present, I'm going to send you a Christmas present, and you're going to love it. You're going to love it. And so that's what we have for you. You can always catch our show every day during the Christmas time of 2023 on Facebook, on YouTube, and at our website, SantaClausSays.net. But right now, let's get to our letter of today. It goes like this. Dear Santa Claus, my name is Miguel, and I am 4 years old. I am from Dominican, but I was born in the United States. I wish you to give me something for Christmas. My parents do not have enough money to buy me something. My dad is the only one who's working, and my mom is pregnant. My sister Jasmine was born at Christmas, and I would love for you to send her something too for Christmas. It would mean something big to me if you would send her something. My sizing as clothes are coats and t-shirts and sweaters, and 4T, and pants and pajamas and interior clothes, 4T, sneakers, boots, and shoes, 11. I am very friendly and a loving boy. I've been a good boy this year. With love, Miguel. Miguel, you sound like a sweet and loving boy, and we'll see what we can do for you. And remember, surprises is something that we always like to give you at Christmas time. And remember, Miguel, and all the children from around the world, Santa Claus loves hot cocoa and cookies. If you can leave those out for me on Christmas Eve, that would be really, really wonderful. Well, there's our tone. There's our Glockenspiel, which means it's time now to wind down and say goodbye for this episode of Santa Claus Says. We want you to know that Santa Claus loves you, and I listen to you, and I love you and listen to you. So you can reach out to me at SantaClausSays.net through voicemail, through text, and through email, and I will respond to you. I answered some letters that I got from children from around the world earlier today, and I do that right here in my workshop here at the North Pole. So I'm looking forward to hearing from you. Until next time here on SantaClausSays.net, please remember that Santa Claus says, be good for goodness sakes. Take care, God bless, and we'll see you soon. Goodbye. Ho, 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 ho.
You're special to Santa Claus, just like Sprinkles. Get on Santa's nice list at SantaClausSays.net and watch Santa Claus Says on YouTube. Tell him Sprinkles sent you.